What's going on, YouTube? My name is SlapHappyGreen, coming at you like a bag of the hand, because we are back to preview tomorrow's ESL 1 Cologne Grand Final for the Major. And if you guys don't already know, you can see their logos on the screen. It's going to be Team Liquid from North America versus SK from Brazil. Well, I say from Brazil because they're the old Luminosity lineup from Brazil, but I don't know if they're still technically listed as that because they are now with SK Gaming, which I believe is a European company. But we've got the North American lineup versus the South American lineup, and in this video we are going to preview. This funnel. I'm going to talk to you guys. I'm going to talk to you about who's been performing the best for both these teams. We're going to look at what maps these guys have played, how good they've looked, who's been the most consistent performers, and then we're going to take a look at this match itself. What are the most likely maps that we're going to see, including what are they most likely to ban, where are they most likely to pick, and what that leaves for a possible third map. And then from there, I'm going to give you my guys' opinion. I'm going to give you guys my opinion, who I think is going to win, who I think is going to take it all, and who is going to win $500,000 as your ESL 1 Cologne 2016 Grand Major Victor. Grand Major Victor. Ugh. Load of word problems because I am doing this right off the heels of my last video, which, if you guys did not see, talked a little bit about the matches that we saw on day 5. Our two semifinal matches between SK and VP, and our two matches between Liquid and Fnatic. So if you didn't have a chance to see it, if you're not quite sure what happened, be sure to go and check that out because definitely an interesting video to look, good video to watch if you're not quite sure how we made it to this point. And if you haven't seen any of the Major at all, and you want to know how we got to this point, to where we are now, make sure you guys go and check out, my ESL 1 Cologne series that I've done, previewing the Major, recapping each day's events. That is in the playlist. That is in the description down below. So why not check that out? Why not check that out? But anyways, we're gonna start with taking a look at both teams' paths to the Majors. So as far as the groups go, Liquid, one of the legend teams in Group C, SK Gaming, as the previous Majors victor, one of the legends in Group D. Team Liquid's matchups were against Envious on day 1, where they played Envious on Train. Huge performances by Lige, JDM, Hiko, Simple with a couple of frags, taking it very strongly, 16-7 against Envious. Whereas on the other side of that, SK started this Major on Cobble against G2, and a G2 team that has been very strong the last couple of weeks coming into this Major. So I expect it to be a really close match, and it was for the most part, with SK eventually taking this on Cobble, 16-11, taking 7 rounds on their CT side. Huge performances by Cold Zero on CT. Taco, big plays, and Fallen, again, just doing work. So, behind that, day 2, Liquid in the winner's bracket, SK in the winner's bracket. Liquid facing off against VP, playing on Cobble. They actually lose this matchup. They pick up 9 rounds on their CT side, 9 rounds on their T side, only managing to get 3 against VP's T side on Cobble. Actually, a little bit surprised about the bans in this. Liquid choosing to ban Mirage and Overpass against VP, leaving VP to ban Dust 2 and Nuke. Interesting set of maps left. Oh, and they also ban Train. Always ban Train against VP. It's always a good idea. Good performances, especially from Simple. Simple kind of went ham in this game. Nitro, huge game on Cobblestone here. JDM, a little bit off, a little bit on. Fortunately, not enough for these guys to eke out the win. That sends them into the loser's bracket. While on the other side of the list, SK Gaming goes up against the FaZe Clan that just upset Fnatic on Dust 2. Again, SK manages to play their second match on Cobble, and they just absolutely destroy FaZe Clan. Not letting them do anything on their T side, taking 12 rounds on their CT, and then just putting them quickly out of their misery on T side. Huge performances by Cold Zero and Taco on B site. Fallen, again, putting in work, holding down A, making sure that FaZe Clan doesn't have an easy option on what is generally considered the less gone to site, so usually the lesser defended site. This left Team Liquid in a position where they had to play an extra map to get out of groups, and they go up against a Mouse Sports team that just bounced MBS, just played a huge game on train against them, and in this best of 3, we end up getting Cobblestone again, Mirage, and Dust 2 as our third randomized map, because Liquid banning Cash, banning Cobble, Mouse Sports banning Nuke. Now on Cobblestone, goes a little bit closer than I thought it would have. Liquid winning a good portion of the rounds on CT side, actually coming out ahead first half on CT 9-6, and then picking up the pieces on T side, although Mouse Sports does push them a little bit. Huge performance by Nitro again on this Cobblestone map. Simple again, fragging well, and JDM doing well as well. I think this was probably the game where JDM was most on form on Cobble that he's played so far this tournament. We'll have to see how that is, because I think it's a good chance that we will see Cobble in tomorrow's matchup, but we will talk about that later. So that was how both teams made out of groups. SK very quickly beating up on G2 and FaZe in particular, absolutely destroying them, both on Cobblestone. So for okay, so this takes us to first day of playoffs. SK taking on a Flipside Tactics team that just won a very emotional best of 3 against NIP to make it out second in their group, Group B. SK banning Cash, Flipside banning Dust 2. This left us with Mirage as SK's pick, Nuke. A surprising Nuke pick for Flipside, and then Train as a third deciding map. But we never got there, because in first map, SK on their own playground in Mirage is absolutely wrecking house, taking point, putting up 12 rounds on their CT side. Sorry, putting up 12 rounds on their T side. And although a little bit of a pushback from Flipside on the second half, again, SK just doing too well. A little bit of a quiet game for Cold Zero and Fallen, but Taco, huge, FNX, huge, just absolutely destroying and taking names, not allowing Flipside to really do anything, including a World Edit who was so huge in the best of 3 against NIP the day before. This led us to go off to Nuke, a bit of a surprise pick by Flipside, but one that actually seems like it was a good one for them. They managed to pick up 6 rounds on their T side, keep it close against that SK. World Edit, huge match. Waylander coming back strong, but not able to really push enough on their CT side on what is normally a heavily CT side favored map. This allows SK to force overtime, and once it got to overtime, SK just too strong, too good for Flipside to overcome, taking it 19-17, leaving the third map kind of redundant and not necessary. So that's how SK got through this quarterfinals. Now Liquid, definitely a little bit of a tougher path. They had to get through the Group B winning Na'Vi in order to make the semis. Na'Vi actually choosing to ban Cash, that allowed Team Liquid to ban Overpass. Na'Vi picked Train, Liquid picked Nuke, again, second Nuke of the quarterfinals, and Cobble would have been the deciding map. So, on Train, both teams playing very well. Team Liquid, the huge CT side, great first half against Na'Vi, but Na'Vi able to answer in kind. Huge map for JDM, huge map for Flamey. For the rest of Liquid, played a couple of really good rounds, including an ace eco by Nitro, I believe it was. Might have been a Liege. One of them got an ace eco in Pop Dog for Liquid. The other one got 4K, then Brown later. Well played map by both teams. Na'Vi comes out in front. Liquid is down 1-0 with 2 maps to go, coming on to Nuke. Good T side on Nuke, shown by Liquid in this matchup, Navi plays okay, but not really able to control enough play. Only come out with a run lead at the half. Edward, Guardian, decent map for them, but Hiko, especially with the auto shotgun, the first half of their CT side, able to pick up a couple good rounds. Once Navi was able to kind of counter that, though, Liquid playing serious, including Hiko on a proper rifle, just able to control. Huge map from Simple, huge map from Hiko. JDM with not too many kills, but a number of important kills. Whole lineup performing. And that allows Liquid to stay in the matchup, winning 16-12. Now this leads to a third map of Cobblestone. I think this should have been a really close map. But Liquid playing a very good, very demoralizing T-half, picking out 13 rounds. Navi able to pick up not pistol, but the eco round afterwards, allowing them to get a couple of early rounds on their T side. But Liquid that normally choked not that long ago on 14 rounds, manages to pick up first proper gun, and then went up a half from there. Again, Simple, huge map. JDM was good on B site in this matchup, and Elige, Nitro picking out their fair share of frags in order to allow Liquid to move on to the semifinals. So that took us to today's games. First, we'll talk about SK and Virtus Pro. Missed the first map, unfortunately, but very close match, very good map apparently. SK's pick actually on Cobblestone, very CT-sided match between these two teams. That SK eventually managed to lose to VP. Coldzera, big performance. Very even game actually between both these teams. Everybody over 20 frags. The lowest actually being 20 put up by Bialy on VP. Picking up SK's pick. VP going for a little bit of a mispick, I think, here with Nuke. Trying to catch SK off guard. Doesn't work. SK just absolutely controls this map the whole way through. Huge performances by Coldzera, Taco, Fallen. Just a well-played map by them. Not allowing VP to really put up much. Allowing them to take it to a third map of Mirage, which again, SK's playground. Virtus Pro puts up a good fight first half. Actually coming out of the half, up 9-6 on their CT side. But SK's defense on Mirage just a little bit too strong for them, especially once they start incorporating the double up setup. VP just not able to do much, allowing SK to take the match. Again, Coldzera, good map. Fallen, good map. Just yeah. So this led to Liquid versus Fnatic. And we talked about this already. Just huge halves. Just huge first halves on both maps for Liquid. 10-5 on Cobblestone, 11-4 on Cash, allowing them to not get too far behind once Fnatic picks up in the second half. Fnatic actually taking a very brief lead on Cobblestone in their second half. But again, Liquid coming back, taking the map, and then on Cash, same thing. Gets the second half. Fnatic tries to pull it back, but not able to come all the way back before Liquid manages to take the map. This is how we got to this final. This is both teams pass from the groups to the finals, and now we've got a huge map to come up. So, what are we likely to see out of these two teams? Well, these two teams did play at Columbus. Just trying to find the matchup. No, where did I put that? I had a tab for it. Fuck. Dum. Yo. Hold on. I can't believe I actually closed that page. I had that matchup pulled up on screen so we could look at the maps, and I closed it for some reason. But anyways, last time these two teams faced off in the major, it was back in Columbus. Mirage and Cash were the two maps played because Luminosity did 2-0 Liquid. Two maps that Liquid probably should have won. Two maps where Liquid was very ahead at one point, but Luminosity pulling it out on a mission able to come back in both those maps. Can I actually like see this matchup? So no, okay, that won't let me. The page I'm on viewing that won't let me actually view the specific match. So so yeah, these two teams have played a lot since then. Unfortunately for the first little while, coming out of this major, Liquid very low morale, losing a lot of choke games that they should have won. Has actually not defeated Luminosity back when they were still Luminosity at all since that major. So Luminosity has won every single map against these guys. Luminosity has, well, SK has never lost a map against Liquid. But this is a different Liquid lineup. This is a stronger Liquid lineup. It has Simple back. It has JDM. And Elysian Nitro have been going absolutely ridiculous in this major. They've had a number of huge maps. But at the same time, on the other side, Cold Zera, Fallen, Taco have been huge for SK all tournament. Ferris had a number of maps where he's played good. FNX has had a number of maps where he's pulled off very good, important frags for SK. So these are two teams that definitely deserve to be in this major. These are two teams that have played so hard, so well, all major long. This is not a surprising final for me. At all. Not one bit. Kind of disappointed that G2 isn't in here still. Unfortunately not getting out of groups for them. But, again, SK, Liquid, two teams playing so strong right now. This is not a surprising final for me. And I think this will actually be a good final. So, we look into map bans, vetoes. I think for Liquid, we're probably going to see a cash ban again. Something that they've banned against a number of teams so far this tournament. Yes, they did just beat Fnatic on it, but I don't think that it's necessarily a map that they're overly confident on. They could also ban Overpass like they did today against Fnatic because it is a map that they've actually never played this SK lineup on. So, actually, they've played SK on every map in the current active map pool except for, what map was I just talking about? Overpass. That's the only map they have not played this lineup on is Overpass. So, who knows? Maybe that's actually something they want to keep in there. But I don't know. I don't know how well this Liquid lineup would do on Overpass, so I'm kind of expecting them to kind of ban that. They obviously didn't want to play it against Fnatic today. I don't know if they'd want to play it against Luminosity. Sorry, not Luminosity. SK! SK! Not Luminosity. Gotta stop doing that. It's just that in order to see the scores from that last major, I had to actually look at Luminosity instead of SK, as it is right now. So, yeah. Overpass, a map that this lineup has a 77% win percentage on, so probably not a great pick for Liquid. Haven't seen them on it yet, don't know what they have for it, so probably most likely banned for them in this matchup, I would say, would be Overpass. That leaves us with Luminosity's ban. I don't know. I don't know what they would want to ban. Maybe Cash, maybe, I don't know, I don't think that's likely, especially considering the success that when they were Luminosity they had against Liquid at the last major, but only time they've played Cash, and it was a very close game, and probably one that Luminosity should have lost. So maybe, probably a good likely ban for them. Otherwise, Nuke could be a ban for them. I'm looking at past maps between these two teams. Train is a map that Liquid has historically played Luminosity very, very close on back when they were still Luminosity. 16-14 at DreamHack Austin. 16-12 back at the ECS finals. So a map that they've definitely played them pretty close on. So maybe it is their ban, maybe it isn't. But honestly, I don't know really what they do choose to ban there. except for maybe saying, well, what has this Liquid's lineup best map been so far? And I actually think that's Cobblestone so far this tournament. But you look at the map pools, like, even though Liquid has never beaten SK on any active duty maps, even though they've never beaten this lineup on a map, there have been a number of close matchups. Dust 2, Mirage, Cash, which Mirage being normally Luminosity's playground, are maps that they've had very close matches against Luminosity on. It's so hard to pick the map pools. Like hold on. Oh, I actually want to like have a piece of paper to write this out because I honestly don't know what to think. So our active map pool right now is Mirage, Nuke, Dust 2, Cobblestone, Overpass, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing 2. Missing Cash, and I am missing Train. Normally I don't forget about Train. I love Train. So I think Liquid's ban, most likely Overpass. But what would SK ban in this situation? Like, really? I honestly don't know. They have been banning a lot of Cash. They've actually been banning Overpass a couple times themselves, and they've been banning Nuke. So maybe considering how well Virtus Pro played against them on Nuke today, maybe that becomes SK's ban. Because let me think. Liquid, show me Liquid. Show me the Liquid. I think I just turned my phone off. Show me the Liquid. Show me the Liquid. God damn it, I'm losing my piece of paper right now. Show me the Liquid. They've played Nuke. They've played Nuke twice with this lineup. Maybe 3 times. No, they've played Nuke twice with this lineup. The first one, ECS Season 1 Finals against G2 that would eventually go on to win that ECS Finals. And they played them to 16-11. And then they just played Nuke against Navi today and beat them 16-12. So this Liquid lineup has looked strong on Nuke. Maybe this is something that they choose to ban just because something they didn't play that well today, something they just want to take out of the lineup for a possibility. For a Liquid pick, that's so hard because we've gotten rid of Overpass, we've gotten rid of Nuke. This leaves us with Mirage, this leaves us with Dust 2, this leaves us with Cobble, Cash, and Train. Mirage, something SK's played a lot of this major. Not a bad map for Liquid, but again, a signature match for this SK lineup. Due to, I don't think either of these two teams have played, Dust 2 so far this major. I know it's been in the map pool a couple of times, but I don't think they've actually suited up and played it. Maybe Liquid at one point might have played Dust 2, but I don't think so. Cobble, something both teams have played a lot. Cash, did they play that today? No, they didn't. I don't think they played Cash so far this tournament. So, maybe Cash becomes a pick for Liquid, because it was a very close match last time, something they almost beat this lineup on, and something they could do it again. Like, it's definitely a decent map for Liquid. I don't know. Because honestly, Cobble could also still be a pick for them. Train could still be a pick for them. 2 really good maps for them that I think are good maps for SK as well. So I don't know. I think Cash is most likely simply because SK hasn't played it. And the last time that these two lineups played, it was a very close match on cash. So I think that's definitely a decent map for Liquid to pick. And I don't think there's anything really, except maybe Dust 2, that they could maybe catch them unawares on. But I don't know how ready this Liquid team is to play Dust 2 themselves. So let's say it goes with Cash. SK, I honestly think they pick Cobble. They've played so well in Cobble. It got them out of groups. They absolutely destroyed Flipside on it. And although they lost to it against VP, it was still a good game for them. And they managed to pick up the harder rounds on CT side. So maybe something they pick, maybe something they don't, just because of the way they played against VP today. But if not, they probably most likely pick Mirage. Ooh. Gotta wonder with Mirage in there, do they just pick that because that's a good map for them? But again, another close map against Liquid the last time they played this lineup. And this is a stronger lineup than they played at Columbus, I think. 100%. That's so hard for me to choose. Like, what do they most likely pick? I think it's either going to be Cobble or Mirage that they pick. So this leaves us with the 3 maps of Train. Good map for either team. Dust 2. Who knows what that's going to be like for either team. Obviously, pretty simple map. A lot of teams will play that. But it'd be interesting to see what kind of lineups, setups both teams have on that map if that does end up being the map of choice. And then that leaves us with either Mirage or Cobble, whichever one does not get picked by SK. Honestly, I know Liquid has not beaten this SK lineup before, back when they were Luminosity. But like I look at the way these teams are playing. I look at the maps they've played. I honestly think that this is a very even game. Both teams seem to be playing like they're on a mission. I don't know which way it's going to go, but it could honestly go either way, and it could be a 2-1, or it could be a 2-0. It's just a question of what maps get picked, and which way the rounds go. Who shows up better ready to play, and who is able to come up with the clutch plays, because that's what it's going to come down to. It is going to come down to clutch plays. 100% for sure. Whichever team's able to pull out those clutch plays are going to be the team that wins. Because these two teams have just played so well this major. I'm gonna say a team. I'm not just gonna leave it as either team could play. I've done that a couple times. Either team could win this matchup. Either team could win that matchup. But I'm gonna say SK wins. I know Liquid has played well. I know there's a lot of hype behind them right now, but SK has played well as well, and I think they've just simply been a little bit more consistent. Liquid can definitely upset them, can definitely pull this off in the finals, but I'm going to go out on a bit of a limb here, and I'm going to say most likely SK take it. It's not a pick I'm hugely comfortable with. Again, like I said, I think that this is definitely a matchup that Liquid can win, but I think right now, if you're to just say which one's more likely, it's got to be SK right now. I don't know how confident I am in that pick, really. And honestly, I don't know what the odds are going to be like betting. So I don't even know if there's like a underdog pick or... Yeah, I don't know. I'm really surprised here. I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know who I think is most likely to make it through. But I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to back my pick from Columbus and say SK wins again. Say this lineup wins again. You can't underestimate the hunger factor that this Liquid lineup probably has. Simple, his first major championship. Hiko, been around so long, his first major championship. JDM, so close last major in the semifinals. Sorry, not in the semifinals, in the quarterfinals. CLG only made the quarterfinals last major, but he's definitely someone who looks hungry to win. But SK's been here before. We know they can win in these kind of situations. Could go either way, but I think SK definitely going to be an overdog and favorite in this matchup. But anyways, that is going to do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a like and let me know who you think is going to win. Are you jumping on the NA bandwagon, or are you with the defending champions of SK? Let me know in the comment section down below. But that is going to be it for me in today's video. If you're looking forward to recapping next week's, or if you're looking forward to more videos, just hit that subscribe button. Go check out the channel. But I will see you guys in the next video. You guys know me on SlapHappyGreen on YouTube, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully, I hope I'll see you there. But for now, I'm out. I'm out!